it's Johara. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be talking about my February TBR. I know it's a little bit late, but yeah, I was in a reading slump for end of January and beginning of February. My very first one ever. I hated it. I'm finally getting out of it, thankfully. So yeah, and I'm being kind of, I can't think of the right word. I was gonna say rambunctious, but I don't think that's the word. It might be. I don't know. My mind's drawing blank. It's late. I'm tired. I might be a bit, like I said, I can't think of the word, but whatever. I chose a few more books than I probably should. Crap, I forgot one more book from my TBR list. I left it in my library. I knew I was gonna forget it. Okay, I'll be right back. It'll only take a minute. I'm back. I told you I would be. Okay. Forgot this book. Okay. So I put, even though it's already in the middle and I just started reading again, I chose quite a few books. Well, I guess it's not really a lot, but considering it's the middle of the month and I barely read, then it kind of is. But since I'm getting back into reading, I plan on reading a lot for the rest of the month. I plan on reading this entire series the rest of this week. So yay. I was going to finish this book tonight, but now I'm tired and I don't want to. So I'm going to definitely finish it tomorrow and start the second book tomorrow as well, probably. So yeah, I'm almost done, so it shouldn't take long. So yeah. Let's see. Second book is The Magician. Look at this. One is worn out. One looks completely new, even though I got them on the same day. I'm not even kidding. It was my, I want to say 15th birthday party. My friend got these for me. They were old books of hers that she, I don't think ever ended up reading, and she knows I love to read, and she knew I love fantasy, so she gave them to me. And I got them at the same time, but it doesn't look like it, does it? Look at it. One looks completely worn out like I had it for 10 years. One looks like I had it for 1 month. I don't get it. I don't get it. How does this look completely new and just doesn't? I don't know. Oh well. So yeah. Let's see. Here are the rest of the series. I definitely want to finish this series this month. If I don't end up getting to my other book I have on my TBR list, I'll be okay. If I don't get it till next month. But I do want to finish this series this month, that I do know. So yeah. So here's The Sorceress, book 3 in The Secrets of the Immortal Nyx Female. Here is Stay, Books Don't Fall. And they're falling. This is The Necromancer, book 4. The Warlock, book 5. And The Enchantress, book 6. The Alchemist is talking about Nyx. I read these books once. It was years ago, like when I was 15. Because I'm pretty sure I read them like right after I got them. So it's like I said, it's been a while. It's a lot I don't remember. But my mind is slowly getting refreshed as I reread these. So The Alchemist is talking about Nicholas Flamel. Obviously he's an alchemist. But The Magician is talking about D. He is the main villain, because they mentioned he's a magician in the first book. That's why I remember that's who he's talking about. Let's see. The Sorceress is talking about Nicholas's wife Perenelle, because they've also mentioned that she's a sorceress. And then when it comes to the Necromancer, the Warlock, and the Enchantress, I have no idea who they're talking about. Because I don't remember. But yeah. It's funny. The third book is called The Sorceress. My first book that I read is just called Jasmine Press and the Wicked Sorceress. And then the last book is called The Enchantress. And the book I'm currently working on, the last book in the series, is Jasmine Press and the Enchantress. And I did not do that on purpose. I did not even realize it. Okay, so yeah, definitely want to finish the series more than anything this month. That is definitely a goal I intend to achieve, and when I put my mindset to something, nothing can really stop me at that point. And then this book I do want to finish this month, but I will be okay if I don't get to it till next month. But like I said, I am planning on making the rest of this month a good reading month. So even though I only have like half the month left, I plan on reading like 6.5 books apparently. This is the second book to the Shadow Realm Chronicles Maeve. This one is called Matthew. I know the author sort of. We've never met face to face, but we've talked through Wattpad. We have this little deal going on. Like she buys all my she's buying my books. I'm buying my hers, and we I guess give each other feedback. Tell us how we liked it. You know, give us a little pointer so we can become better authors. I'm pretty sure she's self-published too. Yeah. She goes through KDP. I can tell because this outline that is on the back is the exact same that you do through KDP. I know because it's on my books. So yeah, she definitely publishes the same way I do. But yeah, so the first book left off with a cliffhanger, so I'm eager to find out how that happened. The first book was good. It was a little slow to get into, and I was confused because there was a lot of time jumps, and it didn't exactly... The only issue I did have with it was that it didn't really specify when the time jumps were happening. Like it would go from past to present to future, and since they didn't really specify when the time jumps was happening, I had no idea who anyone was, and I had no idea what the heck was going on. But once I figured it out, I was like, okay, this is this time period, this is this, because like 1 minute was about Maeve and her time, like that the beginning was about her becoming a vampire, and then like jumped to the future, and then would go back to the past, and then to the future, and then to the past, and yeah. But it is a good book, and I do recommend it. I did end up enjoying it, and like I said, the first book left in a cliffhanger, so I'm really eager to find out what the heck is happening, and because Matthew is now apparently going all dark, because he died, and he's Maeve's grandson. So the Shadow King, who is also Maeve's husband, now I'm pretty sure he has something to do with Maeve's other husband. Okay, that sounds bad. No, they were never technically divorced, but they did separate because he thought she was a monster after she became a vampire, but then he realized he was wrong, and she's still her, because even though she is a vampire, she still has her human qualities, because, well, technically she was never human to begin with. She was a fairy, and so she was able to stay the same person. Even though she is a darker now with being a vampire, she still has her old qualities, which Hunter didn't see because he was just too blinded with rage, thinking that the monster killed his wife. But yeah. So I lost my train of thought. But so they ended up getting back together, but this was like decades later, and he was really old, and she still looked young, so he ended up dying. And I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure the Shadow King has something to do with it, Jonathan. I'm like positive. But then he ends up, after her grandson died in a car wreck, he takes Matthew's soul and like puts him in the Shadow Realm, and he had to do all these. See, okay, for here it says, Matthew, upon the Shadow King's plan for his wife, Maeve, has come back from the dead to seek revenge. Matthew had returned to find his wife and child and seek revenge on the others who did not fight for him. As he works through tasks given to him by the Shadow King to earn his freedom from the Shadow Realm, he is brought closer to his family. However, with each step he takes to reunite with his family, he is also darkening his soul. Can Matthew overcome the darkness and return to his family, or succumb to the darkness and become the new Shadow King? See? Darkness. But it's good, and I'm excited to find out what happens. And if you like fantasy, and if you like short chapters, because I know a lot of people say they like shorter chapters, this is definitely the book for you, because there are a lot of short chapters. Like in the last book, I think there was only one, maybe two, because I think it was a two-parter chapter, if I remember correctly. 2 chapters that were a bit on the longer side, because there was like a bunch of flashbacks about how Maeve and her first husband Hunter met, and how they fell in love, and how they got together, and this and that. So, yeah, and that's why it was a bit longer, but most of them are shorts, and I mean shorts, like, okay, hold on, let me find chapter. Here's chapter 7, and then like, there's chapter 8, and then boom. There's chapter 9, chapter 10. See, like I said, they're short. But yeah, definitely check this out if you have the time. And definitely check out this series as well, because I am a fan. There are 6 books. Here are 4 of them. There's one, and the other one's all out here. So yeah, definitely check out these if you have the time, because I definitely recommend it. Especially if you're a fan of Harry Potter and want to learn more about Nicholas Flamel. They mentioned him a few, okay, I don't remember how many times they mentioned him in the book. Like I said, it's been a while since I read the books, but I am planning on rereading them soon since I finally own them all again. But I am doing a marathon of the Harry Potters right now. I watched the first one yesterday and the second one today. I've been watching them with my mom. I think we're doing one a day until we finish them all. So yeah, and then in the movie, I think they mentioned him 3 times. In Sorcerer's Stone, they Hagrid mentions him, which is what get them. Okay, 4 times actually. 5 times. Correction. Jeez, they mentioned more than I realized. Because the first time Hagrid mentions them, which is what they get the main trio on a search for him, and then Hermione, before Christmas break, tells Ron he can help Harry look up information for Nicholas Flamel. Then later on, Harry's in the library looking for information on Nicholas Flamel. Then later on, Hermione finds the book that she was reading earlier that mentions Nicholas Flamel. And then at the end, Dumbledore ends up mentioning about destroying the stone, and then Harry asks if that means Flamel will die, and Dumbledore is like, he has enough elixir to last a little bit while, but yes, eventually he will die. So yeah, okay, so yeah, they mentioned Nicholas more than I realized, and that's just in the movie. Who knows how much they mentioned him in the book? But it is Sorcerer's Stone, and the Sorcerer's Stone, he was the creator. So yeah, anyways, do check this out if you're intrigued about Nicholas Flamel and his adventure. But yeah, so that's all for this video. Please like and subscribe and comment what you plan on reading in February, and if you've read any of these, you like them. So yeah, and you can follow me on Twitter, Bookstagram, and Goodreads as Secret Books, and I'll talk to you guys later.